And we're back with another episode of the Premier Planet podcast. Justin Barlow, Randy Ritchie coming at you. And last week we had a kind of a heavy episode. So this week, why don't we start off by talking about what went down on Saturday? What a hell of a night! PPW300, 9 tournament matches to crown a new world champion. And as my dad would say, not a stinker in the bunch.
Nope. And beyond that, I said it Sunday on Facebook or whatever the fuck, social media. Unmatched.
Oh yeah.
That's our talent. That's the best in our talent rosters. What the hell happened on Saturday night when we crowned a new champion, Jose Acosta?
Yeah, and that was a main event that was a perfect main event for a milestone like 300. He and Sensei, those guys tore it up.
Oh, it was unbelievable, especially after having an amazingly physical match with Tim Castle immediately before.
Yeah, and you said yourself right on the commentary during that main event, all the top guys, or quote unquote top guys in the industry today, they can kiss Jose and Sem's asses.
I did. I said that, and I think I said they could also suck a fart out of their asses. Top federations, and even World Wrestling Entertainment, AEW, ROH. I'm going to even say New Japan. They can all suck a fart out of Sensei and Jose Acosta's ass. That was fucking great.
Yeah, and that picture that went up on Facebook of Jose after he won the title, I actually made that my phone wallpaper. I'm still on a high from Saturday, so it's like every time I look at it, it's just like I remember how awesome Saturday was.
Me too. I don't sell it. I haven't sold it as much as I'd like to on the podcast, but this fucking shut in place, shut your shit down bullshit, and that's what it is bullshit. Knock on wood, I'm not going to live like, superstitiously, but we didn't do shit. We taped every fucking week anyway. You, me, half the roster, my kid. Did you ever get sick? Did you even get a fucking cold?
No.
See what I'm saying? So, the draw is up, which is great. Things are, we're playing catch up for fucking whatever with having the doors closed to fans for 3 months, but that fucked me up. And it fucked up the talent roster, because now these guys have to adjust to working in front of people, have to work in front of a studio for 90 days every week. All cylinders fired on fucking last Saturday night, man. All cylinders fired. Every match was outstanding. The new guys, oh my God, the older guys, and I'm not going to say older because they're not older, the seasoned guys, that sounds old too.
Seasoned.
Veterans, you can't say veteran because veteran will go to their fucking head. You're not supposed to say shit in this industry for 5 years, but the first 2 years you knocked around and worked 3 or 4 times, with Clusterfuck Pro Wrestling or whatever the hell they were. You can't count that either. So, what would be a good term? You're the fucking kind of linguist around here. Help me figure one out, will ya?
I like seasoned.
The seasoned sound old?
I don't think so.
So the more seasoned guys, anyway, everybody just brought their fucking A game.
Yeah, and then you had mixes of seasoned guys and students, like we had Matt Vine and Charlie Hustle. That was insane. And Charlie Hustle, at the end of that match, he got a well-deserved round of applause, even though Vine won one over on him. But then other guys like DeMarcio, even Eddie Cruz, who hasn't actually been in the ring for...
Coming out of their shell like a motherfucker. God. Now, Eddie Cruz, say whatever the fuck you want. That kid is coming into this industry the correct way. So is Charlie Hustle. So is DeMarcio. So is Tim Castle. You know what I mean? Eddie Cruz, you're going to hear the smart mark and snarky fucking bullshit, but he's a 17-year-old kid that not only works his ass off, what he brings to the table is an amazing fucking attitude.
Oh yeah, he wants to learn.
Yeah,
I see him picking your brain all the time.
It's up my ass. Yeah. But god damn it, even when it gets annoying, you can't be that annoyed with somebody that loves wrestling that goddamn much.
Mm-hmm. No, you can't ignore that kind of heart and passion. Mm-mm. And the thing is, he backs it up
with his work ethic.
Yeah, he gets in there, And each and every time, you notice he gets a little bit better each and every time because he's taking in and processing what he's being told by you, what he's being told by Vine.
Yeah.
What he's being told by all the other guys who were training him.
I'm just getting the coffee. I'll be right back.
There you go with it. No, I'm good. If I have a coffee, it's gonna go right through me.
Poo or pee-pee?
Pick one.
Really?
Might be number 1 out of number 2 end. Who knows?
I don't know if coffee has that effect on me anymore, espresso, but definitely pee. But hey, I need it.
Yeah, the caffeine make me have to whiz, but then I think it's the I think it usually happens to me with like cheap coffee where it's like I think maybe it's the acid, like it's too acidic. I just get horrible stomach cramps from it, and then I like have like rocket poo up my ass.
Well, I know that coffee is considered a diuretic, but you notice about me in Puerto Rico, you can't order coffee. They don't serve coffee anywhere. It's all espresso.
No idea.
Yeah, you go to fast food, you wait if you order a coffee because coffee in Puerto Rico is espresso. They don't know any other kind.
Huh.
So
I've heard that about Jamaica too. Like Jamaican coffee, you got to drink on the toilet if you're not used to it.
it's probably that's probably the water. Puerto Rico, I didn't get sick from the water. But anyway, no man, when you're a coffee achiever like I am, and you go down there, I stayed down there 9 months working my ass off. The heat wears you out. Even if you have air conditioning in your vehicle, you get spent up getting in and out of that vehicle because of the heat and the humidity, So I needed that espresso, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the downside is, since I've been back, and I've been back since, God, 08, I can't drink coffee, man. It's all espresso. But that's okay, too. Maybe it's some in the genetics. I'm not saying this to be like, hey, Italians are great, huh? You know what I mean? I'm saying that Italy is the same way. So, my ancestors have probably been fucking drinking espresso because at the end of the day, that's what I use now is a little espresso pot on top of the stove. That keeps me going. So anyway, that's why I needed this one. Oh, on top of the other stresses I was telling you about, my espresso pot finally blew out this morning. The problem with those espresso pots is they have a rubber gasket in there.
Oh, yeah.
So eventually that gasket will go, and that one, man, I got probably 4 years out of. And this morning the gasket finally went. That was a triple shot pot. Now I'm back to the 1.5 shot pot. Which I had, thank God. I forgot like my spare tire, so I'm struggling, but not so bad. You'll see. My energy will pick up as we keep going.
Still got the juice.
But oh my God, back to Saturday night, unfucking believable. And that's the difference. Saturday night is the difference between us and any other promotion. Any other promotion. I'm gonna even say AEW. No bullshit. Who do they have that stands out in AEW?
To be honest, I haven't watched AEW in forever. I wasn't impressed with the wrestling, and if I'm not impressed with the wrestling, I don't care what else they bring to the table. So I haven't watched in a long time. The last I knew, and obviously patrons, if you know better than we do, feel free to update us and give us the facts. Last I knew, Moxley was on top with the title.
A great guy. Him and Jericho are great. We can talk about that real fast.
Yeah, sure.
Moxley, if you're just getting this, you can go back and find some of the earlier stuff. But at the end of the day, John Moxley, I was in Puerto Rico with when he just finished being trained by Les Thatcher in Heartland, I think it was pro wrestling. Heartland, I think. He paid his dues as an 18-year-old kid down there working his ass off in basically a third world country, A good worker who turned into a great worker who paid his fucking dues, which is the only reason he got anybody's attention in the first place. He's not that fucking big. He's good looking, but, there's, 100 other guys that are just as good looking, built the same fucking way. How did Moxley get ahead? Hustle. He earned it. He was down in Puerto Rico starving to work 2 or 3 nights a week at that point. You know what I mean? So that's how he got noticed. Now, I'm not going to be a dickhead, but I'm going to go in and tell the truth. The truth of the matter is that John Moxley can't book himself. Not too many people are successful at booking themselves. Look at history. You know, God bless, one of the best bookers, one of the most charismatic performers in the history of our industry was Virgil Reynolds, Dusty fucking Rhodes. His first year booking and what he did with other people was great, but he couldn't book himself. You know, the first year, yeah, but outside of that, it's too hard to take yourself out of the equation when you're booking. I think you got to be out of the equation when you're booking. Ole Anderson, great booker, but his people skills were shit. You know, Bill Watts, great booker. People skills a little bit better than Ole's, but you know, like they say in the book, there's different parts of where he would sit there and fart in the faces of what was it, Turner Broadcasting execs, whoever. You know, you gotta not do that. I would hold my gas in when I was appropriate, even. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, Chris Jericho. There was a time in the industry where Chris Jericho and Eddie Guerrero were the most valuable pieces of the WWE roster, man. And I'm the first one, when I was North American Wrestling Federation, you can check the fucking books, that did these seminars. Tom Pritchard was second in command with talent relations, and I says, Tom, I got an idea. You know, talent can't do it. Will you ask if you could come in and sell them on the fact that it's not just a gimmick moneymaker, that you might fucking find somebody that they don't have access to, come in and do a fucking seminar. You know, call me back and he's like, son of a bitch, I can. Let's do it, you know. So I bring Tom in, and I was telling my guys at that point, watch Eddie, watch Chris, the kids that I was training. Well, he comes right in, the first thing out of his mouth is, be like Eddie Guerrero and Chris Jericho. And this is right before they were still hot mid-carders. You know, Chris got a lot more hype coming in than Eddie did, but they weren't top guys, and then they became top guys. So I'm going to say, what would that be, around 2000?
Eddie, actually, I think they both came in late 99. I know Jericho came in August of 99. I think Eddie came in the same year.
So I'm going to say they had to find their way around the country. I mean, the company. Why am I doing that? Injury, industry, country, company. Because I need this fucking espresso, obviously. They had. It takes at least 2 years to find your way around the company. So, yeah, I think that they were coming into their own at that point and doing what they did to get over. Now, that being said, and not being an asshole, and I would hope or imagine that Jericho would say the same fucking thing. He's not the worker Eddie Guerrero was, you know. But Eddie had a leg up on everybody and anybody, because most gringos don't know this. And I don't even think it's a Latino thing. I think it's you younger people don't know this, but Hector and fucking Mondo and Chavo Sr. were holy balls outstanding workers. They were doing shit in the 70s that you motherfuckers figure, not you motherfuckers and like mad, but you people or young performers would figure is cutting edge and innovative today. In the 70s, they had to, you know, they had to get noticed at their size. Certain parts of the country and in Mexico, I think Chavo did movies, you know what I mean? Just like, you know, your Dr. Wagner's and that type of stuff, you know what I mean? In LA, they were really over at the Olympic Auditorium. Unbelievable. That's where Eddie spawned from.
Yep.
You know? So, talent, and this was the truth, this is a shoot. Talent, whenever talent would work with Eddie, they were happy. Big guy, little guy, mid-sized guy, China, because they knew goddamn well the mind that guy had, attitude, connection with the crowd, charisma, technical skills. Eddie was going to make them look better than they could make themselves look. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Chris can't agent himself. And I'm not being an asshole by saying that. Chris cannot agent himself. You know? And, you know, I don't care who comes back on me and trashes me for that one, but that's a fact, and the fact of the matter is, look at how AEW is doing. You know?
Yeah, they just hit, I think, their lowest ratings ever since they started.
No, I swear to God, I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it's just, you know, not a dig on Chris personally. Facts are facts, you know. like I said about Dusty Rhodes, booking himself was very difficult. I don't know if he ever went on record as saying it, but I bet he would. Maybe more in private or amongst the people that wouldn't go to the internet with it, but very hard to book yourself, and he can't do it.
Probably if he were still around, he'd be at the age where I think he probably just wouldn't give a shit, so he'd come out with it.
Yeah. So I get this message today, and I thought about we should bring it up. Now, there was a time where I would be offended and overreact to it, and be an old crusty dick. But instead of being a dickhead, as I've told you, it's a fucking shoot. I'm trying to be a better person. Not that I was an asshole to begin with, you know what I mean? But I'm trying to be a better person. So, not to bury the person, and I'm not even going to say his name, and if you hear this, this isn't me fucking with you. This is just me speaking to you and to the like-minded out there, He has a problem. Well, and I'm trying to be patient because, why would I bark at this guy? I shouldn't bark at this guy because he doesn't know any better. You know what I mean? Not that he's naive in the world. By me saying he doesn't know any better, he doesn't know any better about this industry. And this industry is a fucking weird fucking place right now. You know what I mean? Weird climate with only really one company to make a living at. And I don't follow. Maybe I should start doing it more, but I don't hear shit about New Japan. I haven't heard shit about New Japan in a year.
I haven't heard anything. I'm sure they're closed down too, so there's probably no news to have.
Well, I mean, even before that, once AEW started, and I got to follow up because they had a pretty decent business model, but I can only imagine the struggle. What were we gonna say?
Honestly, the last time I really heard of New Japan really making the rounds on in wrestling news was before AJ Styles left to go work for Vince, because he was doing big money down there. He was in their main events. They gave him a couple of title runs. I know he was working with what's that guy's name? The guy that's really big. Okada. Okay. Yeah, Okada. Yeah, I think they call him the Rainmaker. But they had a back and forth, I know, for a long time.
After that, they had a hell of a run. They had a really good business model, and they were featured, and they had an hour program that I think finally got over. The second year it was on Access. They had 60 minutes a week on Access, Mark Cuban's shit. HDNet TV, HDNet Sports is still that to me. And it was pretty sound stuff. Then they had Osprey, and everybody on the internet, the educated fan, the internet mark, loves Osprey. What's not to love? I watched him too. I watched him over I watched some old shit, 2-year-old shit going to the current shit at the time. And it was nice because he developed talent, of course. He was great. He could move, especially for a small guy, good-looking guy. Body got better. But anyway, they had a decent run, got a lot of attention because he started to develop his charisma, and they signed him to an exclusive deal. So they made him a player for their company.
Yeah.
Then I didn't hear shit, and then Corona hit. So anyway, there's a lot of people out here that think like this. Maybe you have. But again, if this guy doesn't know any better, why should I bite his fucking head off and discourage him anyway, How do I knock on the door of a wrestling promotion with no experience? I've spoke with this man and this woman, and I pitched angles, storyline, and actual talent signings, and what I would do with them as well. They have used a number of my ideas too. Coincidence, or my mind is that damn good? Well, man, and I'm not going to say his name. Here's the thing. This guy wants to write. He wants to book. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. You can't go to anybody else, buddy. I'm not saying it like buddy, like I'm saying in a threatening manner. I'm trying to be loving and tolerant, and respect the fact that you love the industry. You don't know what the fuck you think you know. There's so much more to wrestling than watching it growing up. You have to watch wrestling, and this is, you can ask half of our talent roster, but specifically Matt Vine, you got to learn how to watch wrestling on a business front.
Yeah.
That's what's wrong with most of these stupid companies today, these indie companies, especially our area companies, because I see somebody that has gone back and forth a little bit with ego wars with Matt Vine try to watch it on its own. And I figured it out today, and remind me before we're done with this today, I figured out what's up with the indie guys in this area anyway. So, go back to this character. You can have a good mind for the business. You can be a fan of this business. But at the end of the day, you love this industry. Fine, everybody loves this industry. A lot of people love this industry. If you watch the goddamn movie Officer and a Gentleman, not Lou Gossett. Is it Lou Gossett Jr. an Officer and a Gentleman?
I think so.
Yeah, from Digstown too.
To IMDb, I guess.
He says, everybody wants to fly jets. My grandmother wants to fly jets. So if you're coming into or trying to come into this industry, you don't come into this industry at the fucking top. To the guys I mentioned earlier on, bookers, okay? The first 10 years in the industry, you made money, but not a lot. Not enough to live on the rest of your life, or not a lot, okay? Second 10 years are your money-making years. Your third 10 years are passing the torch, and by passing the torch and getting other talents over, not just getting them over like the internet fan thinks today, oh, he just does the job and puts people over. No, it's to teach them how to work while you get them over, you know? Then the last 10 years of your career was that, and that's only to prime you to be in the office or to book, to be a booker. You have to have been everywhere and done everything that you could possibly do to get that position. That is the position of all position. That is supposed to be the position, or was the position, where you are not refuted by anybody but possibly the top guys. Okay? Memphis, Tennessee example. Top guy. Jerry Lawler owned 20% of the Memphis territory on the Memphis side. He could, would, and was expected to fuck with the booker. He was supposed to have his input in his shit because he was 20% fucking owner. You know? Jerry Lawler came into this industry and paid a lot of fucking dues as well. You know what I mean? You have to pay dues. You're not going to come in and then, you know, my industry, then tell Robert Fuller what he's going to do when you've never been in a ring. You're not going to tell Jeff Jarrett what he's going to do when you've never been in a ring. You're not going to tell Tom Pritchard what to do if you've never been in a ring. You're not going to tell Zeb Colt or Dutch Mantell what to do if you've never been in a fucking ring. Then it was unheard of, okay? I've talked before about Eddie Marlin. Okay, Eddie Marlin was Jeff's grandfather, Jerry's son-in-law, father-in-law. Sorry.
I was gonna say. Weird family.
Yeah, sorry. Eddie, what did Eddie bring to the table? Incredible fucking promoter. He was groomed. He was one of those people that Jerry Jarrett writes about that he believed in life was smarter than he. Jerry Jarrett will say that. I wasn't, and today you guys just don't get it, but I'm going to say 10 years ago, 20 years ago, Vince McMahon even gave Jerry the propers for being, really in the history of the United States, the longest, most successful running promoter. Today you're not going to hear that shit because nobody knows it. Jerry would say in a humble manner that I wasn't that smart, but what I was smart enough to hire people smarter than me. See what I'm saying? So he considered Eddie that, and Eddie paid fucking dues. You know, they put Eddie in angles, storylines. Eddie took a handful of bumps in gimmick matches or angles, and Eddie got hurt. He broke something at least once or twice because he was certainly no athlete, and he would be the first one to tell you that. But he knew how to cut a promo because he had to. He hears Eddie Marlin in certain towns like I'm talking about, you know. Eddie would promote the town. That entailed, you know, going to the fucking town and not just whatever. He'd have to put up posters. He'd have to put up flyers. He'd have to make friends with the town. He'd have to book the building. Go to the building initially and make the contact and make a deal, set your date. Eddie would work the gate. You know, he would work the gate, he would supervise and help all neighbors get the goddamn ring up. Eddie would fucking take tickets, have Christine Jarrett over there and supervise her and watch that. Eddie would sell fucking concessions. Eddie would make fucking popcorn. He used to travel with his popcorn maker and all that bullshit and sell weenies and everything. And this would be like, let's say, after Saturday morning when he left from goddamn Nashville at 5 a.m., you know, to be at TV at 9, you know what I mean? And Jerry could count on Eddie making sure nobody did anything stupid, at the very least on the house show, but also Eddie to give us finishes and that bullshit, and there's a respect to Eddie. Eddie'd been around this shit a long, long time before I got there. You know what I mean? And it was Eddie who taught me some really valuable lessons about performing in the industry as well. But today you're not going to come in and book finishes and tell everybody about your creative prowess and genius for wrestling because you've been a fucking fan all your life. We all have. You know? What do you bring to the table? What dues are you going to pay? Now, there is another way. That way is to fucking get a degree. In I think it's television and film. Television and film. I don't know. It's fucking degrees you got to get. You know what I mean? You can go work for Vince, but 9 times out of 10, he's not going to bring you in to put you in front and with any real fucking input in creative unless you're established with something else, another kind of television program. You know what I mean? You might be on that team. You might get noticed after you've been there and paid your dues, but guess what? You might have to pay your dues and not get paid for one motherfucking year as a goddamn intern.
Yeah.
So
depends on how bad you want it, though.
It depends on how bad you want it and how willing you are to sacrifice. And I wasn't being an asshole to this guy. You know, he just said, you know, he seems frustrated with what he called it. What I asked him right away is, what dues have you paid in the industry? In the wrestling industry, not life, not your business. Nobody gives a fuck. What dues have you paid in the wrestling industry? That's what it all comes down to. You know what I mean? So it's not about you're not being deprived because you can't knock on the door, you know? But you're going to be looked like as a fucking jagoff and you're not going to go anywhere unless your ass gets the fuck in there. Set that motherfucking ring up. Look at the talent, for example. I just mentioned John fucking Moxley earlier, right?
Yep.
Truth be known, I don't think that motherfucker got paid for probably the last 2 to 3 months that he was down there in Puerto Rico trying to support himself. I don't think he ever got that money. I know guys that worked in that territory that are owed over $50,000 that they were never paid back. You got to pay your dues. How many rings have you set up? How many fucking weenies have you sold? How many chairs have you wiped down, i.e. OVW? That's what they do. You know what I mean? NXT, the same goddamn thing. You know? So at this point, do I just give up? Though I know I have a great mind for the business. That's up to you. And you don't know you have a great mind for the business. You told me something very familiar, very interesting. What was your shit when you first started going behind the scenes and promoting? What do you say about that? You said you thought you knew everything.
Yep. Oh yeah. I've been watching for 20 years. Thought I knew everything. Read the dirt sheets. Yeah, learned pretty quick though. Even now after 7 years, I've barely scratched the surface of what there is to know. I'm always learning new stuff.
Well, I am too. I'm still fucking learning.
After 32 years.
Yeah, I'm still fucking learning, you know. And it's like I said to him, you know, find your way in. If this is what you want to fucking do, become undeniable, just like we got to do with fucking talent. You know? Just like you got to do as talent, you know? But it's not going to just come to you. You're not going to be gifted, and nobody is born a genius at this industry. And you don't, you think you know, but you don't know. You don't know. And you have to be that humble to realize you got a lot to learn. Just like I have a lot to learn about this industry. You never say out loud about your creative prowess or great business mind. You just don't. I mean, do I brag?
No.
You know? And Saturday night, now I'm going to fucking brag.
Well, for Saturday night, I think we have a right to brag.
Well, my part is this. Of course, like, developing the talent, and working hard with those guys at the camp and on Saturdays. And fucking really spending time with them, even if it's not like a lot of time, it's quality time, trying to get them to listen, what you did right, what you did wrong, okay? But it's all about the fucking formatting of it, formatting a fucking card. It's a weird time, dude, because you used to have your house show, you had your TV, and then you had your throwaway show. You know what I mean? I'm going to just go ahead and speak from my personal experiences with USWA. We had to do TV live, I didn't have a fucking clue, dude. I had no fucking clue going down there. I told him I could work heel, but I never worked heel. I worked heel one time in a 7-minute match. You know what I mean? But I had to fucking get in there and dig in and fucking bullshit him. Not bullshit him with lying, bullshit him through my work, bullshit him through my actions, which entailed a fuckload of a lot of stress going, I don't know if I can fucking do this. You know what I mean? Getting my composure and going out there and fucking doing it, sometimes even surprising myself, and then in my own special way, crawling up the asses of the people that would give me the time of fucking day. You know what I mean? That balance between not nut swing. But anyway, the formatting that we did, so then I the TV I told you was live. It's still got a format. Sometimes you got to change things on the fly. At the end of the day, with our Memphis television, you just couldn't fuck up on television. With the live format, you couldn't fuck up. Then I go to work for Vince and all that shit off and on, and I see how I watch everything. You know what I mean? He always had a main program, secondary program, then he had a throwaway program, which was good for money and good for promotion of products, you know what I mean? And good for promotion of your big deal, which was your other two programs, which became Monday Night Raw. WCW had Thunder and all that shit. Thunder and what was the other one?
Thunder and Nitro.
Nitro was the big one. Thunder was the second one. Then they had the throwaway program, the Saturday TV.
The Saturday night, I think, was the precursor to Nitro.
Well, they still had the program.
Did they still? Okay.
Yeah, you didn't know it. Nobody watched.
It went from being their primary program to being the redheaded stepchild.
Yeah, it would typically be on your UPN station, which was then. There's hardly any of them left anymore. Independently owned stations, your mom and pop stations, they referred to them as then. So they all had their own function. You know what I mean? But now it's different. You hear all this bullshit we've talked about. Dark match. A dark match. The term dark would be a television match that wasn't being taped or being broadcast or had no intent of being taped or broadcasted while there were technical difficulties or a tape change. You know what I'm saying? Dark matches and what you idiots think. ROH was the first one. Gabe Sapolsky, the motherfucking genius, he used to call him, well, come all the way here to wherever the fuck we're at and work a dark match, and then we'll let the crowd judge if you come back, It wasn't a fucking dark match. It would be a pre-show or something. It's not a dark match. You know what I mean? These idiots, they throw it around all the time like I've heard idiotards throw it around like it's like some sort of insult to work the dark match. And motherfucker, I mean, goddamn Owen Hart did a couple 3 years doing fucking almost, his focus was dark matches, and he was very valued because they knew they could put him out there and work with anyone and get a goddamn match out. If it was 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, well, they fixed the fucking problem.
Yeah.
And
there were a lot of guys who proved themselves through dark matches.
Well, it used to be how you got to work for Vince.
Well, off the top of my head, I mean, Edge and Christian, before they were Edge and Christian, they actually faced each other in a dark match prior to Raw. And the same, all the hype that Kurt Angle had when they brought him in, his first match was a dark match.
Everybody's was. But now, what you're talking about with Edge and Christian, that's because he was trying to get his bestie, Christian, hired. He was over with people in that company, and at that certain point, and he, as far as I'm concerned, I mean, he did the right thing by trying to get a friend who paid dues at him a spot. But They wouldn't do that. Like, when I worked a handful of dark matches for them, and it was cool because I wasn't a contract employee, okay? But they knew that if I could bring the best out of somebody, you know? And one of the dark matches I had was with Johnny Smith. Now, that being said, Johnny Smith was the third British Bulldog in Japan, and Johnny Smith, I know, worked for Calgary and the Hearts. He was either family or extended family of Owen and Brett. They wouldn't let him work with fucking Owen. You know? So Edge being able to do that for his friend is pretty fucking amazing. You got to be really over with somebody within the inner workings at that point, because they know this guy ain't gonna fuck up working with his bestie that he's had 100 matches with. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
But anyway, at the end of the day, it's a weird time in the business. There's not a lot for creative people or creative or bookers outside of World Wrestling Entertainment. You know? Really, who makes a living at it? Who makes a living at it? Can you name me one person?
No, I can't name you a single person.
Who writes supposedly for AEW?
The only guy I know for sure who's on creative is the guy who's funding the whole project, and that's Tony Khan.
He's in creative too?
That's what I've heard.
Oh, well, fuck.
A soccer promoter trying to write wrestling.
There you go. Now, this is not me being a jagoff. If I was Tony Khan, or if I had any kind of fucking money to put into a wrestling company, and I was Tony fucking Khan, I would fucking first fund everything for at least a year, probably 2 years, and pick their fucking brains to stay out of shit. I would learn what I'm doing first. I don't care what professional industry you come from or sport. There is nothing like the sport of pro wrestling. And it's even harder today because of the damage done to the industry, but also you don't know. These people are so fickle on who they fucking follow, who they believe in, who they buy into, that I don't really waste a lot of our time trying to cater to the internet fan. Not saying that we don't, but he's not my only focus. I try to put something out there like Saturday night where I saw your educated fan, your internet fan, and not make any personal. I've seen some real pricks out there Saturday night, but I've also saw your traditional fan, you know what I mean, in their fucking 70s that have been watching this shit since wrestling's been in the amphitheater, maybe even the Marigold in Chicago, 50s. If they were born in 50, no. Maybe. Let's say the amphitheater anyway. Lose their fucking shit watching our stuff. That's what we try to do here, is play to everybody. If you like fucking New Japan, well, just come look at least the last 2 matches on our card that night. If you like ROH, same thing. If you like AEW, same fucking thing. If you like WWE, same fucking thing. That's what you got to do today, is be well-rounded. Now, me saying that, and I'm not saying this in a cocky manner because I'm still humbled as fuck. I'm humbled as fuck that people buy a ticket. I'm humbled as fuck that people subscribe to Pivot Share or buy our t-shirts. What I'm really fucking humbled as fuck about is this goddamn Patreon, okay? I know what we're doing by looking at the YouTube numbers, the YouTube reactions. I know what we're doing based upon the goddamn cat's trying to go on your keyboard. He likes you.
But we'll see if he gets the audio.
I know what we're doing is working. You know what I mean? And I know it by these numbers. With a few more fucking dollars, man, with a few more fucking dollars, I know we can become a viable alternative to Vince. More so than what's out there. One of the biggest reasons is my lack of ego. My humility. You know what I mean? And the humility that I try to instill in the guys. We're not fucking doormats. I don't want anybody walking over me. You know what I mean? But I'm going to stay humble, respectful, and appreciate. Like this guy today, you know, I could hear some versions of, in my mind, indie tards saying, look at this fucking idiot, blah, blah, blah. I can see other people just blowing him off. Well, for some reason, I'm less likely to blow someone off coming off LinkedIn. But now I'm starting to see the indie goofs, more independent goofs on LinkedIn, which is kind of nerve-wracking. You know what I mean? But anyway, I've been on LinkedIn since 2006. You know, I read, there used to be a great business magazine called Business 2.0, and it's defunct now, just like most magazines are. I don't even know if I don't think it's an electronic version anymore, but anyway, fucking great in regards to business trends. So I'd read, one thing I have is I'm not educated, but I have wonderful reading retention, you know. So I read that thing, and I read about LinkedIn and the premise, and I was like, motherfucker. So as soon as I started at TNA, I'm like, hey, everybody, have you heard of LinkedIn? You know what I mean? All that shit. Fucking brush me off because, you know, I'm uneducated. You know what I mean? I'm Jeff's guy. I'm fucking production manager. Well, 3 months later, every jagoff was on LinkedIn, and everybody that doubted me sent me a goddamn request. You know what I mean? I haven't been active on it for a long time because I haven't had a need to, but I need to now because I want to try to look for investors, see how people look for investors, and also keep my finger on the pulse of other sports, you know what I mean, and other sports related companies, you know, not just wrestling, by the way.
No, I think one hand washes the other in that regard.
Cut it out, goddammit.
Cat's cutting. This guy's got a new couch today.
Yeah,
and now the cat's making it a pin cushion.
Cocksucker. Stop petting him. He's gonna dig him in. Hey, prick nose. You know better. You're looking right at me like that. You son of a bitch. I love you though. Anyway. So that's what's up. I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful on what's to come. We took off a big bite, you know. We committed to run every Saturday night. Well, that'll fuck you up in so many ways I can't even tell you, depending on your holidays. You know, how long have we been running every Saturday night? Every week?
Since 2016, almost exactly 4 years. It was like right after. I think we're just a few weeks shy of exactly 4 years.
So, my company's old motto was more balls than brains, you know, and that comes from really how I used to live my life. You know, I don't know. Now that I'm fast forward 20 years, I know I got to have about the same amount of balls and brains, and they both got to be big. You know what I mean? But this Friday, you know, we committed to doing a Friday a month at least for Patreon content, you know, which I love, and I love the opportunity to be able to do it. And I love that we're starting to pick up patrons, you know. This week we have booked, after this Corona shit, Friday the 3rd of July, Saturday the 4th of July, coming off of Corona, during Corona, and a lot of people are still afraid to leave home. You know what I mean? So, we have Kong-sized balls in doing so, you know, but in the same token, I'm not going to say my brain or my thoughts behind the idea are as big as my balls, because I know I ain't going to make fucking shit. But in the grand scheme, more matches for your guys, for our guys, for the guys that you're following and patronizing, you know?
More content for you guys, because all these Friday tapings, they're exclusive to Patreon. If you're at the $3 level, you're going to get a few of the matches. If you're at the $5 level, you're going to get all the matches.
Yep. So that'd be the second thing, is more content. Thirdly, you know, we don't usually run Fridays, so we do stand a chance of drawing a crowd on Friday, because I think most people will be off work, or might even be getting off of work early, which is cool. You know what I mean? There might be, and probably is, more people getting out and not living in fear anymore, you know. And then Saturday, although there's some sparse fireworks here and there, most of your big fireworks shows and celebrations outside of family, like most people I know have a picnic or a big to-do that they go to, you know what I mean? There's none of that shit right now, so we stand a chance. But at the end of the day, it's worth it to do something like this, even though I'm probably going to work my fucking ass off, Justin, for nothing, break even at best. I have to think about the talent, because they need the fucking matches to keep getting better and growing and learning in the industry. And like you said, our fans, our patrons, our people on Pivot Share, people that buy the t-shirts. So we're going to do it, you know.
It's a calculated risk.
Yeah, it's calculated. But at the end of the day, I still, in the back of my mind, it's not as big as it was. I have a childlike hope that I might walk away with a few dollars. I doubt it. You know what I mean? But I'm not going to have a shitty attitude or treat it that way because that's all part of it. At the end of the day, the better these guys are, maybe it comes back to us in a month. Maybe it comes back to us in 6 months or a year. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, the better they are, the better the whole product is. And without them, the talent, being at the level that they are, and still all full well knowing, I spent 2 hours yesterday on fishing day studying matches with Vine. You know what I mean? And that's for Saturday night. Matt Vine takes on Jose Acosta, the first title defense.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah,
that's going to be 2 out of 3 falls because it's for the title.
Well, both of those guys are looking forward to it too. They're looking forward to it too. So at the end of the day, I mean, the people that are going to benefit are the people that see it live, the people that see it on Pivot Share. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So fuck, I'm excited about it. I want to put Sem with Tim on Friday night. Sem says he's going to be there Friday, right?
Sem and Chase are defending the tag titles against
never
Vine
mind.
and
Sem's not going
Vine
to be
and
there
DeMarcio.
Saturday.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sem's out on Saturday.
Huh. And let me ask you this question. Last time Sem and Jose, they wrestled for a Olympiad match?
I don't remember. I'd have to look in the archives.
So it's been a while. It's not off the top of your head.
If it was an Olympiad, it'd be on Patreon. So I just got to check the feed on Patreon to see if we have one there from the two of them.
Let's go ahead and put Tim Castle with Jose in another Olympiad. What do we call it?
Olympiad freestyle match.
Olympiad freestyle match.
Yeah, and that's our points-based match.
Yeah, dude. Let's do that for Friday night for Patreon.
Yeah, sounds good.
So you guys should be able to see that at some point next week. I'm not going to overbook you, Justin. I saw some amazing shit the other day, and it's so funny because I'm a weirdo when it comes. And this I know I'm getting old. I like shit like American Pickers. Who the fuck? What the fuck? The 22-year-old version of Rand could never picture him liking a show like American Pickers. Well, I'll be goddamn, man. I went back from season 1 and watched every episode, right? And that's a lot of fucking episodes, but I love it, One of the things I saw last week on an old episode was they had to gather a bunch of shit for Dollywood, and they had this certain time frame. And Mike says at the end of the day, talk about a smart, successful guy. This jagoff came up with the fucking show, busted History Channel's balls or Discovery Networks to buy the fucking show, stars in the fucking show, edits the fucking show, and he does his job supporting his company in the fucking show. I gotta Google it and see how much this motherfucker makes per episode, but my God, I mean, I know that a few years ago on the onset of this fucking program taking off, his net worth was like $7 million. You know what I mean? But anyway, he said something that I've heard and I've tried to live by for years, even when I started in business, and that is to under-promise, over-deliver, And I just love hearing it when it comes out from out of the blue like that, because I figure it's God hitting me up saying, hey, I'm affirming you, motherfucker. Keep doing the right thing. You know what I mean? Don't fuck anybody and help some people on the way. You'll be fine. You know what I mean? But isn't that cool?
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. It's like, it's weird when your mind's in a certain place and then somebody says something and it resonates with whatever is in your head at that moment. It's spooky.
Yeah, I like it. They say it, and I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and try to live by it. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happens for a reason. I don't always have to like that fucking reason, but hey, that's life, So, how long has this thing been going?
Creeping up on about 50 minutes here, but we went an hour and 40 last week, so we got a long way to go to break the record.
Yeah, but you pissed me off for the last 40 minutes. Not you personally, but the content pissed me off. So that gave me a head of steam with the anger,
Hey, you'll get more people to listen.
I'm still battling the
diatribes.
What's a diatribe?
Like a rant.
Diatribe? I like that. 50-cent word. So what the fuck was I saying, diatribes?
I don't know. I was pissing you off with the, excuse me, with the content. I'm 34 years old. I'm still going through puberty.
Anyway, so I'm still battling. Like I'm doing okay. It's under control, but it ain't fucking optimal. I got depression like a motherfucker. But I'm not homicidal or suicidal, so that's good. That's why I need that boost of anger once in a while to function at the normal me level or that goddamn espresso. You know what I mean? They're all part of what helps me with the depression. If you got depression, fucking get some help. It becomes livable. It's never going to go away. I accept that. But it becomes livable. I don't have to live like a miserable prick. I can have miserable moments throughout a day, but not an entire miserable day. You know what I mean? It's doable. It's livable,
PSA for therapy. Even if you don't have depression, I mean, even if you got just some shit you got to anxieties, or just even if you got shit you got to work out and you don't know how to handle it, go talk to a therapist, man. It is a golden investment.
So my PTSD, and I'm not kidding. Like I've had a clusterfuck of a life. I usually have my nightmares are based around my mother when I was young, so the young version of my mom and the things she used to do and say to me, and then my lovely ex-wife, in which threw all that shit back in my face and used it against me for the last 10 years of my marriage. Those are my night terrors are about. But it's not like you think. Like, if they're not sitting there telling me, you loser, you suck ass, because they did that, like, all the time. But they would fuck with me in real life and use the things that meant the most to me to manipulate me, i.e. my motherfucking children. You know what I mean? Yeah. So, actually, in this talk about livable, I was thinking about this. I ain't going to go into detail. We could do this whole fucking thing, and you guys could help me figure out what the fucking nightmare was about this. Like, 'cause it was fucking crazy. But, last night, my ex-wife poked her ugly, she reared her ugly head again in the goddamn night terror, But, holy shit, did you see that lightning?
No, I missed it. Well, I always miss the good stuff. I picked the wrong times to look down.
I think I got epilepsy. Wow.
I know you guys heard that.
I felt that in my balls. My nuts are still rumbling. Ooh, it feels kind of nice. Just kidding.
Like a cannon.
Just kidding. But anyway, last night it was cool because I was able to call the bitch out in front of some people. And they said, yeah, stop being a bitch. So that was kind of cool because 10 years she's been fucking doing me in these dreams. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
These fucking nightmares. So see what I mean? It could be livable.
Psychological breakthrough.
I don't know about that, but I'll take waking up not feeling like I fucking drank a 24-pack. You know what I mean? I'll take that all day long, So anyway, that's what's up, There'll be more to come. Keep checking us on social media while we put together the cards for Friday and Saturday. You're right. Again, with the memory, hit them up with the main event for Friday.
So Friday, it's going to be first time in a long time. We mainly because of Corona, we've seen the tag team titles put on the line. Chase Gosling and Sensei are your reigning champs. They're going to go up against DeMarcio and Matt Vine, and Matt Vine and DeMarcio actually went one-on-one in the tournament on Saturday at PPW 300. And Vine was so impressed with DeMarcio that he invited him to be his tag team partner to challenge Chase and Sem. And then, like you said, we're going to have Jose Acosta and Tim Castle in what is guaranteed to be an epic Olympiad freestyle match, which is going to be exclusive for Patreon. And again, that match is our points-based match. 15-minute time limit, usually, unless we decide that they deserve, or Rand decides that they deserve more time. But it's a points-based match. If it goes the whole length of the time limit, points are going to decide the winner, but it could end at any time. Pinfall, submission, count-out, TKO, you name it. So that one's going to be exciting to watch, especially now that Jose's got all this momentum behind him after winning the world title. And then Saturday, the main event, Jose put out the challenge for his newly won title. 2 out of 3 falls, as all of our world title matches are, against the man he feels is most worthy of the first title shot, that being Matt Vine. So those guys are going to tear it up in the main event on Saturday on our nation's birthday.
I love our nation's birthday.
Oh, I know.
The other thing I love is that Jose Acosta is a fucking Navy veteran. Was it 4 years or 6 years?
I couldn't even tell you. I don't know.
I think it was at least 4 years. I think it's 4 years, so that means something to this kid. It really does. And that's where Jose gets a lot of his discipline from. I can only imagine that kid was a great fucking soldier.
Oh, I can imagine he was. And he's taken that into, he's taken that discipline into the ring. I mean, think of where he was, even just a year ago at this time. Fighting a custody battle, but getting in the ring, and you'd never know there was anything like that swimming around in his head. All focus, all discipline. And now he's not dealing with that anymore, and he's even more focused now.
Way focused.
Then, of course, you got Tim Castle, who's just... Honestly, I'm going to go ahead and say it. He's one of my favorite guys to watch on our roster right now. Just how he works in that ring. He wants to get to Japan. He's going to get to Japan, I'm telling you.
Dude, I think so, too. He's going to bring something special to Japan. You know what I mean? Something real special. How old is he? 19?
19, 20, I think.
Now, Jose, we told you about the guy being a veteran. I appreciate that from the get-go. What we've touched on in the past, though, isn't the part... we haven't really exploited the fact or exposed the fact the fucking battle Jose had for, was it 2 years?
Probably around that.
So, whatever. I'm going to try not to be an asshole, but I've seen it happen over the last few years. And in my opinion, women are very entitled, She didn't like the fact that, and my ex-wife was the same way, We went from making insane fucking money to the recession that started. You know what I mean? The recession started, nobody had any control over it. 2007 it started. That's when it started. A lot of people haven't recovered from that yet. As soon as things start getting better, in our economy and jobs, well, now you got this fucking corona, may as well be a recession. You can shave 33 1/3% out of all of our achievements this year, financially, economically, because of this fucking shutdown, stay in place bullshit, But anyway, his wife wasn't happy, and at the end of the day, when you look at these situations, just like my ex-wife, and the proof was in the pudding, she wasn't happy with her fucking self. So she starts projecting it on myself. Starts projecting it on my children in a different type of way. You know what I'm saying? That happened to Jose. Her family lives in Hawaii, and they own a small restaurant or diner. She took off with all 3 of Jose's kids to go fucking stay with them. Yeah, they're a state, but at the end of the day, how in the fuck do you fight that custody fucking battle?
Yeah, there's still a set of islands literally in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. They're halfway between here and Japan.
Well, fuck. I mean, look at the airline tickets to Hawaii. You know what I mean? So what does this fucking guy do? He goes out there, he does so much fucking research to figure out and spend all the money, and all the money that he made went into getting her ass back here and getting that goddamn hearing back here, and for 2 years, right?
I honestly couldn't tell you. I haven't really... You've talked to Jose a lot more about it than I have.
At least a year and a half, he gets the court to rule that she has to move back here with the children and be close to him so he can have his joint fucking 50-50 fucking custody, okay? What man in today's world has the nuts to do that? I respect that, and that is a sign of what type of fucking person Jose Acosta is.
Yeah. He was a champion long before he wore the belt.
Fuck yeah, bro. Plus he's a veteran, And look at him, when I say about him gaining weight, I'm talking about quality weight. Yeah. I think really after he fucking settled up and paid all that legal, man, the motherfucker couldn't afford to eat right again, and that's why he's put on that nice 10 to 12 pounds of quality body weight, that he's competing with now, and it's really propelled him.
Yeah. Well, even just in the lower body. We always talk about the educated feet.
Yeah.
That is solid muscle development he's got down there.
He's carrying this weight real fucking well, especially for a fucking guy that's hasn't touched a fucking drug or steroid for it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And man, like I say, look at the average match length on any other promotion. What this guy 2 weeks ago did the Ironman.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago was the Ironman.
30 minutes with Matt Vine, and then last Saturday night, 15 plus another 15 of the hardest hitting, most physical fucking matches back to back for that title. Unbelievable.
Yeah, and if you guys aren't already on our Pivot Share, it's going to be worth your $5.99 a month to not only stream our past content, but watch every single match from this last Saturday. And we're going to put a couple up for free on YouTube, too, because not only as a plug for our paid streaming services, but also because people need to see some of these matches. And so we're willing to give a couple of them for free just so people can see what our guys, particularly some of our undercard guys or quote-unquote rookies, are capable of.
Yeah.
At their experience level, they're already miles ahead of other rookies who are working for other companies who only run once or twice a month.
Dude, right? That's what I'm saying.
Well, look at Slick Willie. On Saturday, you were already comparing him to Terry Gordy.
Dude, what a great combination of Terry Gordy and who's the other one?
It escapes me.
God damn it.
Terry Gordy was the one that stood out, though. Because you said it. I took one look at him and I went, you know what? Damn it, you're right.
Yeah, he's always reminding me of that. Now he's tapping into it, which was just outstanding.
Yeah, he had a great match with Chase Gosling. That one's going to be up for free on YouTube. Also,
that guy is so strong, and the charisma was shining through.
Oh, good Lord. And then Charlie Hustle, who I have to admit, I did not expect from him what he brought on Saturday in his match against Matt Vine. That kid got an ovation at the end of the match, even though he lost, and he deserved it.
That kid is... I can't believe... You know, you see that, but what I see, I just can't... I'm impressed with how he came out of his fucking shell in front of people.
Yeah.
You know? That's what blew me away, is his interaction and being himself in front of people, man. It was fucking outstanding.
Now, well, I think a lot of that was the atmosphere, too.
Yeah.
There was something... What's the right word? Electric? There was just this. There was a feeling in the air on Saturday. Like,
well,
we all went into it, I think, with the mentality of, you know what, whatever we draw for a crowd, and we drew more than I was expecting. We're gonna have a good fucking night.
Well, you know? That's how we've got to go into every Saturday night, every Friday we run. That's what a professional does. You know what I mean? That's what a professional does. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I worked a show in DuPage County on a Sunday in a fucking rainstorm in front of 30 people. The next day I was in Winnipeg, Canada in front of 30 fucking thousand teaming with Hillbilly Jim. You know what I'm saying? I was just as jacked about both and worked just as hard in both.
Yeah.
As a young man.
Oh yeah. And you know what, for the people that we had, they were on fire, they were eating it up. I don't think anybody took their eyes off of what our guys were doing in the ring.
No, yeah.
I didn't see anybody. I'm sure it was happening, you know, here and there, but I didn't see anybody constantly checking their phone, looking at their watch or whatever.
Nope.
Eyes were glued to the ring.
Yep. Holding their pee till after the match. I noticed that. I noticed people scampered to the John real fast before.
Yeah, there was a line.
Started, you know.
There was a line. We probably should have had a tip jar in there. Could have made some money.
Well, fuck, folks. Let's sign this thing off because Papa got to go to Jewel, and I got to do something about my cat, my other cat who's hiding behind the refrigerator because we got a new couch.
Yeah, so make sure you're checking us out here on Patreon, on our streaming services. That means our paid streaming service on Pivot Share, and check out YouTube later this week if you weren't able to come out to the show on Saturday. We're going to have a couple of free matches on YouTube for you. And, of course, Pro Wrestling Tees. This week, Pro Wrestling Tees. Remind me to put something on Facebook about this. But Pro Wrestling Tees this week, July 1st through July 4th, is going to have a 20% off sale. So scoop up some PPW shirts.
You know, their shirts are not that poorly priced in the first place. So that's a pretty good saving. That's a good deal. Now, let me say this just for clarity, because I checked that guy's interaction with the message that I read to you guys. And to you, Justine. I am not scourging anybody about anything, but I'm telling you how it is. He got back to me with this, well, unfortunately, you don't like those companies. It's not about that, you know what I mean? You've got to pay your dues. You're not going to go into Impact Wrestling and say, I have a great mind for the business, let me book your shit. It's not going to happen. Pay your dues, prove it, show people, you know? Knock on the door. The knock on the door isn't about, yeah, come on in, maybe write some shit, maybe you're just what we're looking for. No, what do you bring to the table first? You know what I mean? make the fucking weenie, set up the fucking ring, drive the fucking ring truck, take the fucking canvas to the goddamn dry cleaner. You know what I'm saying? Sweep, mop, clean the fucking toilet. That's what you got to do. And you got to learn every aspect of the industry, or it's just a pipe dream. Yeah. Now, I'm not trying to discourage anybody. I'm telling you, that's the fact. You know? World Wrestling Entertainment, for example, I know one guy in particular in production right now, he works for the network. He took that chance to starve his balls off for a year on the goddamn internship. Well, now he's making a great living. He's second, third year in there. They're trying to groom the next generation, both as I know another agent, the same age as this guy, and I know their archivist, who is a swinging dick as far as the company goes. They're all between 30 and 40 or 32 and 42, right? They've been made to pay the goddamn dues. You know what I mean? The archivists did it shit too. But now they're making a great living doing something that they love. And I saw one of those young men, which he might be 35, just post some shit last week. And it's so funny. I want to say this was Friday, Justin. You know, the old stipulation about if you're doing what you love for a living, you never work a day in your life. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. He didn't just walk in and say, Vince, I'm all that in a sack of potato chips. Fucking show them. That's life. You know what I mean?
Be willing to do what others aren't.
Hit them where they aren't.
Yep.
You know?
Well, didn't you tell me when Kalisto got signed, it was a year before he was on TV because he was wiping down chairs, setting up the ring, doing all that stuff.
All of them did it.
Yeah.
All of them did it.
So even when you're established and you're a star on the independents or the indies,
yeah.
Even if you could have 10 years under your belt, they're still going to expect you to carry your weight.
Yes, you know. Same thing happened with who's the big black kid they're pushing?
Keith Lee.
Keith Lee, who I like. And don't get me wrong, it's not. My issue is just names, period. You should see me on a Saturday. But anyway, I like that kid because he's believable as fuck. I mean, I'd venture to say from what I've seen, he's one of the most believable guys on that roster currently, right?
Yeah.
Believability, that's what they needed, and he was perfect for it. Look at the fucking dues he's paid. How many trials did he fucking have? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He talks about it openly, and what's cool, the way he talks about it in a humble manner, he's one of the few that can talk about it, that WWE will encourage and let them talk about it, because he was a good example.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, Punk, you said Punk sent, 9 tapes and got rejected 8 tapes? Sent 8 tapes.
No, he sent more than 8 tapes. He was told 8 times, stop sending us tapes, you'll never work here, you're skinny fat.
Uh-huh. But he kept crawling up their asses about it.
Yeah, he was serious about it.
No, obviously we all know how it ended up, and I think that's because I think he got in there and it wasn't what he expected it to be.
Well,
but
plain and simple, I've seen it happen on more than one occasion where it just wasn't what they thought it would be. You know what I mean? It's not what they thought it would be. He's still a happy motherfucker that made his living off of pro wrestling. I bet you the guy doesn't have to work a day in his life. He works selectively now because of investments.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Who wouldn't want to be that guy? And isn't he still affiliated with the company somehow?
He does that show on Fox Sports. What is it called? Backstage.
Which he wouldn't be doing if he wasn't.
So
World Wrestling Entertainment.
So that means he's either getting paid by WWE or he's getting paid by Fox. Either way,
matter.
it's a good paycheck. Either way, that's a good paycheck.
He's making a living in something that he loves, and if he can love it more from that angle now, after all that he accomplished, fuck it. He's still doing what he loves, so he's not working.
Yeah.
You know?
They tell you no the first time, give them a reason to say yes the second time. If they say no the second time, give them a reason to say yes the third time, and so on and so on and so on.
Become undeniable. Bring something to them that they need. Bring something to them they haven't seen before.
Yeah, and I say it all the time because now that I have 7 years, I get people sometimes asking me, and it kind of strokes my ego a little bit. I kind of get that veteran feeling we were talking about. I'm trying not to let it go to my head though. But people ask...
Please don't.
No, God. No. Especially because I'm not actually...
I know you won't.
Especially because I'm not actually a worker. I'm going to veer away from that.
No, I know you won't. That was a joke.
But,
that was a joke.
But I've had people ask me, like, what's the best way to get started? Because I was thinking about, going to work and, maybe training, and I'm just like, honestly, if you really want to be a part of this, you're going to do anything you can to be a part of it.
Yeah. Even
if it's taking tickets, even if it's selling bags of chips.
I just told this guy, and this will be my last response because now he's getting fucking goofy. He's not listening, Yeah. He's not listening. For the third time, find your way in. Find your way in. Do whatever the fuck it takes and keep your fucking mouth shut. I didn't talk for 5 years unless spoken to. And eventually what ends up happening is people see that they want to work with you. You got to pay some dues. And I tackled this business. Every bump I took, every drill I did, every crazy, insane fucking bump I took was one step closer to mastering my industry.
Yep.
So don't give up. But, if you say, and you get the attention of someone, how much passion and how much you love this, they don't want to hear that. They want to see it. Show me. Motherfucking show me. Just like we try to show you guys, and lucky enough, we've got the subscribers and the patrons that are getting that. They're seeing that the proof is in the pudding,
Yeah. Well, look at our championships. Look at our new current champion. Whoever's on top isn't the guy who sells the most tickets or the guy with the most.
Yes, he is.
Well, now he's going to be.
But,
now he's going to be.
No, we would love to have that guy. But what we're trying to do is establish these guys collectively to mean that much.
And if they're wearing the belt in Premier Pro Wrestling, it's because they earned it.
And that's the bottom line. Again, pardon me. Again, let's go back to this. That's the bottom line, is you people see through bullshit. It's 2020. People see through bullshit. They know what's real, what's not real, what's true, what's not true. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In this industry, you can look at Jose Acosta's ring fucking presence and this motherfucker's a worker. What I mean?
He's not wearing the belt just because he sold 12 tickets and Chase Gosling only sold 10.
He works his ass off because I don't want to do that, man. I filled buildings before. The biggest crowd I drew, I don't know, there's bullshit in between it because it was a small building, oversold. But it's probably 3,500. I've heard some people say 4,000. In Robersonville, North Carolina. Okay, I've sold 2,500 tickets, 3,000 tickets, 1,000 tickets, 1,500 tickets, all that shit. That's not what this is about. That's hot-shotting bullshit. And nobody gets any better working, a handful of those big events a year. My goal isn't to fill up a 1,500-seat arena. Well, yeah, eventually I'd like to do it every week. But,
wouldn't we all?
But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is that these indie tards pat themselves on the back, but they never pay attention to how they fucking did it, which is always pimping tickets. I know right now there's some guy. Wait, I think he wrestled over the weekend. I don't know if he was booked or not, because online he was basically coming out and saying, I got to sell these last 3 tickets, otherwise I don't wrestle. You know what I mean? Please hit me up. You know what I'm saying? And then they go, hey man, we drew 300 people, man. You know what I mean? No, you didn't. My kid's dance class. Dude, last year they did 3 at the Wakanda High School Theater, okay? Seats about 750 people. 2 shows, 2 days in a row. But that's for fucking little kids dance. They got to sell tickets to friends and family. That's what this indie shit that draws, what the supposedly draws says. Hey, so we're going to get, this is cool too, I keep forgetting about it, remind me. Mike Petrovich from AAW wants to come on and do the podcast.
Yeah, Mike Petrovich or Pekovich?
I call him Petrovich, that's what it looks like to me. I just call him fucking Mikey.
If he hasn't corrected you.
No, I never. I just Mikey him.
But yeah, and we said it before. AAW, All American Wrestling. They're friends of Premier Pro Wrestling, and right now,
I got nothing but respect for Mike. I know Mike since he was a fucking young man, and talk about paying your fucking dues. I mean, there's a good example right there.
Yeah. So Mike Petkovich, he wants to, or Petrovich, he wants to come on the, he can correct us when he's on the show.
No, it's Petrovich.
Yeah, but he wants to come on the podcast. We're trying to work out scheduling, and it's going to be really good to hear his side of how he sees the industry, what he's done to pay his dues. Stay tuned. We got a lot of really good stuff coming up, and
when we pin this thing down with Mike too, Mike's good shit. You'll see.
Yeah, and thanks for listening to another one, and keep your eyes out. Sometime next week, hopefully early next week, we will have that Friday night taping for you. Again, $3 you're going to get some of the matches, but not including the main event. $5 you're going to get every match, including the main event from Friday night in its entirety. So keep an eye out. And again, back-to-back nights, July 3rd, July 4th, this Friday and Saturday. We'll be in the studio, and we hope you guys